What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I am super excited because we're finally getting to work on the YZ250 engine. So we're going to tear down the cases, get them all Cerakoted, and then go ahead and start rebuilding the bottom end of the engine today. So if you look at the engine here, in the last video we went ahead and got it all torn down and sandblasted. So all I have to do is go ahead and put these cases into the oven to get gassed out, and then I can go ahead and Cerakote them. Alright guys, well as you can see here, we got the cases all torn down. The sandblasting went great on these. The only issue is some sand did sneak in, as you can see in the water pump here. So what I'll have to do is take some water and some compressed air and get this cleaned out. I'll probably do that off camera, and then we'll get to gassing these parts out. And these covers here, as you can see, they're pretty beat up and worn, so I'm definitely going to be replacing these. So stay tuned to see what I replace these with. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and gas out the cases here. The reason why I gas these out is just to make sure you want to get them up to the cure temp before they're coated to make sure no oil releases at that higher temperature. I'm not actually going to be doing the water pump in this video just because I don't think we're going to get that far, and I plan on doing this in a different color. Okay, well all the parts have been gassed out, and then I went ahead and taped them up and cleaned them off camera one last time, so they are all ready to coat. The color I plan on using is this satin aluminum color here. I used it on some of the brake parts if you watch that video. It's going to look awesome. It's a super shiny, almost silver color, and it'll really allow some of the accents like the engine covers to stand out. So I'm going to go ahead, mix this up real quick, and we'll get to spraying. Alright guys, so these have been cooling off in here for about a couple hours now, so I should be able to take them out by hand and see how they came out. Alright guys, so these cases came out super clean here, and this Cerakote should last a really long time. If you guys like the coating, make sure to go down in the comments, let me know. I want to hear what you guys think on it, and I'll also make sure to have this color linked in the description for you. But now it is finally time to get building on this YZ250 engine. And to rebuild this engine, guys, I'm super excited. Wrench Rabbit is going to make my life a lot easier with a complete engine rebuild kit. So if you haven't heard of them before, basically what they do is they'll take multiple companies and combine them together to get you a really good kit that's going to completely walk you through the rebuild with pretty much everything you're going to need. So we can go take a look inside here and see what all they sent over. So it looks like got a gasket kit, which pretty much is going to seal up everything on the engine that we'll need to. And then looks like this is our crankshaft here. Super high quality hot rods crank. I used this in the 125 and it definitely ran really good. Not a lot of vibration or anything like that. We got our bearings, some more seals and another bearing, some more seals. And it looks like our main bearings down here. And then can't forget about the Vertex piston here to finish it off. I really like these pistons. So I'm super excited to use this kit. It's going to make my life a lot easier because I won't have to worry about sourcing a bunch of OEM parts anymore. So if you guys are interested in checking out Wrench Rabbit, make sure to go down in the description. I'll have a link to where you can find them. All right, and the first step here is going to be to go ahead and get these sealing surfaces all ready. They have some old silicone bond on there. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is take some really fine sandpaper here and just lightly finish the surface and get it all smooth and ready to match up with the other case. Alright guys, we're going to start with the right case here and we're going to press in the bearings. So I have them organized how they're going to go into the case, which is super helpful so I know after I get it out of the oven. But I'm going to heat the case up to around 300 degrees. That's what's nice about this Cerakote is you can actually reheat it after the coating is on there and all cured. So I'm going to heat it up to 300 and then cool the bearings off to about 50 degrees. And that should be enough. You want about a 250 degree difference and the bearings will pop in there real easy. But I'm just going to have a little small hammer just in case I can tap them in a little bit, but they should pop right in there. Okay, so now that we got all the bearings in, we can get ready on our transmission. So if you remember, the transmission was having a shifting issue. So I'm going to look through this. I didn't see anything at first glance, but I'm going to have to measure some of the shift dogs and look at the gear teeth again to make sure everything's good. But I'm also going to be installing here a wide ratio transmission kit that I purchased from Rocky Mountain. So this is going to be awesome for the bike. It basically takes a few gears off of the YZ250X, which is a more trail-oriented bike. It takes third, which is a little bit lower than this third gear, and then it takes fourth and fifth, which were a little higher. So it's going to be great for off-road and desert racing. And I'm not going to go over into detail how I'm actually installing this kit because I'm just going to be replacing the gears. But Rocky Mountain does have a pretty detailed video on it if you want to check it out, or they also include instructions with the kit. So I'm going to go ahead and install all this and inspect the transmission and get back to you guys in a minute. Alright guys, well now that third, fourth, and fifth gears are swapped out to be like a YZ250X, we can go ahead and get this transmission installed into the engine. Alright guys, and I got the transmission all back in here, and it was pretty tough to get in. It was also pretty tough to remove, but because you have to install the whole thing as an assembly, so shift drum, shift forks all at once. So that's kind of a pain, but I was able to get it in there. Definitely a help to have the engine stand to work with, because you don't have to worry about holding the case as you're doing this. But the next step is going to be, I'm going to go ahead and put the crank seals in, and then we can put in the crankshaft. Alright guys, well I'm going to go ahead and install the crank seal. The open end is going to go towards the crankshaft here. Then after I get this in, I'll put in the 2 retainers for this seal. Alright guys, well now it's finally time to install our crankshaft here, so let's take a look. Got it packaged up all nice here. Alright, it's time to put this baby in. Alright, I'm just going to get this bearing a little bit hot since there's a seal behind it, probably only about 100, maybe 20 degrees here, and then see if the crankshaft will slide in. If not, I can just pull it in using this tool here. Alright, well it looks like it's only going to go in almost all the way, so I'll have to just pull it in the rest of the way here. Alright guys, well the right side of the engine is all finished up and ready to go together. The only thing is I'm going to put a little bit of chemical gasket around here because that's what this engine takes. It doesn't take an actual paper gasket. But the reason why you want to pull your crankshaft through as opposed to hammering on this end is these are actually 2 halves around a rod. So 2 circular pieces around a rod, they would come out of alignment pretty easy if you hammered on it. So definitely want to make sure you're pulling it through. Okay guys, we're all ready to seal the cases up. I'm going to seal them up with some Honda Bond on the Yamaha cases. Alright guys, well that is going to be it for today's video. We got the crankshaft in, the transmission in, and the cases pushed together. So we got pretty far, but in the next video, hopefully we'll get the bottom end all the way together and I can show you guys some of the awesome components we have for this engine. If you guys enjoyed the video today, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Also, if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, I post behind the scenes footage there, so make sure to check that out. And I'll see you guys in the next video.